Welcome to Dragoning Your Dungeon, where stuff never happens. I'm pretty sure. What happened last time? Lucky?
Nothing of consequence.
Okay, sure. Now, in that nothing of consequence, I believe various party members got themselves into some shit.
I'm not
Literally.
covering this one. Someone else is gonna have to cover this one.
It was a shitty game. Shitty things happen.
Yeah.
It was crappy what it
Um.
was.
Mm.
So after violently
After
dismantling a drug operation and
Crack house.
shanking some people, the party pops down to the basement to hopefully get some rest before they investigate the tunnels beneath the manor. However, about 20 minutes later, the guards come by and interrupt that, so we just go into the tunnels anyway to escape detection. Um, we get to the T and we go upstream. We go a little bit and we hit a grate, which Jarek picks. We pop through, we continue for a little bit longer, and then we get to an open area with a large pool of sludge recessed in the center. We don't find any signs of life or habitation, so we kind of take a real quick investigation of the area. Zoria pops detect magic and finds something funny at the bottom of that pool of sludge. At that point, the game transitioned to Arcane Claw Machine, and she uses Mage Hand to attempt to extract the item without, getting dirty, as is the Zoria way. Um, However, upon her Mage Hand seizing the item, two tentacles shoot out and knock both Fitch and Zoya into the sludge.
Drag
Vessian is
both
a little
fish
bit
into
further away.
the sludge.
Hush, semantics. Vessian and Jarek do not get knocked in. At that point, Fitch screams, which, I mean, that doesn't need to be said. He says that he screams all the time. And he polymorphs the as yet unknown creature into a crawfish. Vess rushes over, uses a rope to get Zoria out of the sludge. Fitch follows a couple minutes later, and avoids pinchies from the crawfish. At that point, Jarek sees where the crawfish is, and he and Ladry Katarine extract it. And he puts it in his arm in the liminal space, and then Fitch and Vess gently explain to him that when this thing suffocates inside of his arm, it will return to full size, and perhaps it should not be located inside his arm when that happens.
I have a ship monster in my arm.
Yes, I have a shit monster on the arm. And at that point, Jarek goes streaking back towards the grate where they originally popped through, and Fitch follows afterwards, screaming about maintaining concentration on his spell. When they get to the grate, Jarek shoves it through, and at that point, Fitch drops polymorph and reveals this. What was it called? A roper?
A shit
Yeah,
roper.
an ugly motherfucker. At this point, the roper decides, hey, I have tentacles now. I can, play with Jarek like Bastille does. And pins him up against the grate. Fitch screams again and turns the roper into not Bastille. Reuni, thank you. And at that point, Fitch screams again and turns the roper into a mule. Jarek poisons the mule, throws acid at it, and then we all kind of collectively retreat and watch this thing die.
The mule die. Not the roper.
Yeah, whatever. It's someone else's problem. It's not ours.
Maybe the guards.
Well, let's hope. We pop back to the central chamber. and Jarek goes swimming. He gets to the bottom of the sludge pile, and he yanks and yanks and yanks with Lady Katarine's help this large metal item, which is the train. And the force of the water rushing out pins him in place for 2 hours.
3.
But he arrives. Wait. And he arises with a shit-covered, very magical loot that none of us can use at the moment. Jarek and Zoria kind of collectively blue screen because they went to all this effort for an item that is not particularly useful. Vessian and Fitch take charge on how to get out of here, and we go down the other tunnels that we haven't explored yet. We pop up a couple of different staircases. We find a residence. We find an armory. And then we eventually kind of find a more generic exit that Jarek picks. We go out and we emerge into a section of the old wall of the city. And we make our way through the alleyways, go to a bathhouse, and clean ourselves up.
It's about right.
The end.
Anybody else?
Fuck that loot.
Sometimes the loot is good. Sometimes the loot is shitty.
Das loot was
Sometimes
not
the
good.
loot salute.
Hey.
I'd like to say that I was tired as fuck, so spending half the episode screaming and then silently contemplating shitty existence was refreshing because I didn't have to think too much. An odd thing to say.
But it was a fun game. In
It was a
my
shitty
opinion.
game.
It was a shitty game.
I enjoyed the game, but I find more and more that basically after every session I text come and tell them it was fun. So I guess, I don't know, either my bar is really low or these games are just amazing by default.
Your bar is low. So you returned to your inn and woke up that night, ready to go out and do it all again.
But from the other side, one hopes.
What's your plan? Do you all meet back in the common room?
Best would
Best-
be in the common room having a meal at some point.
There's probably still fucking toothbrushing Ladry.
Yeah. Zora eventually shows up, still snapping her fingers occasionally.
It's going to become like a tick for her.
Yep. She gets her usual double portion and sits by Vess.
Anytime she gets the slightest whiff of crap, it's just clean everything.
It's like a Febreze. Just-
Character growth.
Mm-hmm.
So Zora comes out. Jarek's staying in his room, or is he coming out with his toothbrush?
Time of day?
Night.
Yeah, he'll come out. Why not?
Mhm.
Probably still toothbrushing her because, I mean, there's a good reason to be traumatized from last session.
You could just give her the toothbrush.
Yeah,
If-
no, nope. Sometimes you have to handle the hard chore yourself.
Yeah, Jarek's being weird with the doll.
Yeah, yes, he is.
Fitch, did you come out, I assume?
Only when Jarek does.
Yeah, okay. So everybody's in the common room. You know, consuming your dinner or breakfast, as it were. The night is young. The night is yours.
So that seemed to be a fucking waste.
I disagree.
Kirk will immediately look to Zoria. Don't you dare suggest the loot was worth
No,
it.
not loot. Loot is possibly worth something, but not worth it. What I mean is, we may have found something interesting, which is the pantry slash armory.
Oh,
I
down in the.
got the impression that was more of an entrance to a guardhouse.
Possibly. There's one way to find out.
I mean, Fitch is the one who has more information about that.
This one questions the validity of going to a highly armed area. Does this group not have what it needs?
No, we do not have him.
I mean, I've got to be honest here. The whole sneaking into some place to rob it, not exactly my forte.
Well, as it happens, and as you know, we don't have to sneak in anywhere. We don't even have to go in to know what's inside.
Oh yeah, that new fancy thing you do.
Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, that's good. That's. Why do we want to raid the armory again?
Well, we're hunting. And Zora looks around, like trying to see that no one's listening to them before saying his name. We're hunting Castlemere. And we know he operates in tunnels in Kharkom, and we found tunnels under his house. Maybe that armory is not guardhouse.
So you want to risk breaking into what could be a guard station basement with the intent of could be larceny
Don't have
or
to break in.
uh,
And intent is murder.
I mean, you want to go sit down in the sewers.
Were those tunnels sewers, Gump?
They were what you the staircases were tunnels, but directly connected to the sewers.
Yes, I know. He's bad.
so you want us to go
Back.
back down there with the assumption that there might be a Castlemere and rob
Yes.
what might be a guard station.
I never suggested robbing. I only want hit.
I mean, what else do we do?
You could go to a brothel to get that.
Oh, jerk. You gave it to her once, give it to her again.
Hey,
I'm still cleaning the shit off of you. Stop it.
I wonder if I can throw my voice.
Okay. Let's call this plan A. What's
Mhm.
plan B for finding him?
This one knows a seller of crystals.
I'm gonna take whatever the fuck that was and put that in plan B. So what's our plan C?
This one does the divination.
All
Although
right.
this one
Hold,
supposes that's plan B.
backstepping. Hold on. Yeah, back to plan B. Divination. Hey Fitch, can you look at people over distances?
Which blinks, smiles.
I meant with magic.
Maybe.
Okay, I'm just gonna leave that prepackaged there for Zori to follow up because I don't have this in me anymore. What would Plan C look like?
Is there anything that we have that could bring Castlemere to us? Or something that we could even say that we have?
Jerk.
He
Just bribe
would
some
not
guards.
be. He would not be stupid enough to fall for same trap twice.
Yeah, now.
Did he fall for it once?
Yes.
I mean, he came to the house, to the estate, but I don't necessarily think that that's the same thing as
Oh
what.
no, I meant when we thought we killed him before. We lured him, or what we thought was him, to, well, a basement. And had fight in basement.
I
Which is
mean,
not ideal.
sure. I think it worked out in a way.
Yes.
You got an estate out of it.
You got a state out of it too.
Nah, it's not my estate.
Much your state as anybody else's. Moving
Fuck
on.
off.
So we have no leads. We have no nothing. We have a questionably mentally stable lizard with crystals. That may
One
be a
needs a
person.
bloodhound.
Now it wants a dog.
Zoria,
Yes.
I'm just gonna.
If that is too difficult, I just need the fuzzy part.
I'm just gonna scrub Ladry, and that's yours.
You have fuzzy part. Can I have meat?
Oh my god.
Teamwork.
Yes.
Great.
Oh, okay. I'm very glad you've established diplomatic relations on what you're going to do after you butcher a neighborhood dog. But how does that help us find Castlemere?
Bitch.
This one takes the fluff, and this one thinks very hard. And then if the creature is around, if the person is around, it goes ding, 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 and then Fitch finds it.
Okay, I'm gonna write everything off that was just said and just boil that down to Fitch has magic or Fitch is insane. And that sounds like a much better plan, Fitch being insane, than going back in those fucking sewers.
It
Fitch at
sounds
this
like
point begins to try and feed an apple to his jaw.
Okay,
Not to his
leaning
rock.
towards insane.
it sounds like divination. Is it divination, Fitch?
Fitch
Of
doesn't know
course.
the schools of magic.
I wanted to save the world once.
All of a sudden,
Now,
the door to the inn room busts open, and a small gnome child named Fitz runs in. Help! Help! I need some help! It's got mitts! Can anyone help? You're an adventurer! He points to you, Zoria.
well,
What?
adventurer, why don't you help the locals?
Do you
Fitch is
hurry or do
going to
you
launch
just fucking dick
himself.
around?
Hold on. Hold on. Upon hearing the magical words,
Help.
yeah, Fitch will launch himself full force towards this child with a good berry in hand. And just begin inserting it between the child's lips.
Stop it! Mitts needs your help! The thing's got her! Come on! And he runs out the door.
Fitch goeth. His Goodberry
Alright.
was not accepted. He will find someone who will accept it.
Okay.
Zora grabs a bite. That was strange.
Sorry, just continues eating. Wow.
Really?
Gets up slowly.
Okay. Vess, Jarek, are you following
Yeah.
behind Fitch, or are you going as
Yeah.
slowly as Soria?
No,
Vess
falling behind
drinks,
Fitch.
watches Zoria get up, and just like, oh,
So Vess
fine,
outlast.
get up.
Jared follows Fitch. Just
16,
stink eyeing Zoria.
16 for my daily disguise check.
Yeah, sure. So, this child, Fitz, is like, down this way, come on, hurry up. They're over here. And leads you to an alley, like, next to the house, next to your inn. So, 2 alleys away. And Fitch has dark vision.
No, he doesn't, but he pulls out his lantern.
Okay.
Penny, that's not candy.
So, Fitch, in this alleyway, you see a child, a gnomish child, trying to pry a toothy lid of a chest off of the midsection of another child, as this third child is being dragged in by a
Oh.
tongue.
Oh, look, it's population control.
Is the child mangled?
The child is not moving. And I think it was Fitz, Mitts, and Bits.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Bits is
in bits.
is shouting, "Let her go! Let her go! Come on!" And like hitting it and just trying to pull his sister out. What are you doing, Fitch?
I'm a get next, so not directly in front of the chest, but directly to the side of it.
Okay.
And la prieth apart. I assume you want a
Gauntlets of
strength
ogre, fuck you.
Mhm.
Yeah, I thought to myself, oh, sorry.
You can make
Continue.
a contested grapple check if you wish. If you're
I
proficient in
would wish.
athletics, or
I am.
okay.
I'm proficient. I have the gauntlets and I got a nat 20.
Wow.
Wow.
Bad day for that mimic.
It is
Yeah,
the puppy's
because
blessing.
the mimic only has a strength +3. So unless this advantage roll goes to its advantage, you're gonna win. It didn't. Double 16s though. Not bad. So Fitch proceeds to just like
Rip the lid off almost.
yeah, just pry it back. So its jaws are effectively unhinged.
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Fitch now.
And you pull this small child out of it.
And you know what that means, Gump. Doctor time!
Sure.
I'm gonna splint his leg and check his ears and
Well,
clean them
There's
out
there's still a mimic.
and do a full dental exam.
Is this
Fish
also
is
how
gonna
Fish
do what
dies?
Fish is gonna do.
Yeah.
Maybe paint his nails while I'm at it.
Does a 20 hit Fitch?
Yes.
Okay. You are now grappled by the mimic.
Okay.
And you take
Sure.
6 bludgeoning damage.
I imagine that Fitch is in the middle of excitedly picking earwax out of this kid's ear.
He's like
When
hovering
the
over this child, and a tongue just wraps around his midsection and just pulls him back.
Jarek's just tapping his shoulder with Vishlet. Gee, who could have seen this series of events?
Yeah, Jarek walks up to the alleyway entrance.
And just walks casually up to the side of the mimic.
Hmm.
Don't suppose you'd let him go?
Fitch and Jarek, yes, you both have your turns. The
Fitch?
mimic is not responsive to your
Yeah, but that's a given.
right.
Jarek's gonna stab it.
Of
I mean,
course. Mhm.
If I crabify, can that give me advantage on the acrobatics check for this contested grapple?
No, you're adhered by the substance that is on its body. It's
But I
gooey.
can still make a contested grapple check.
Yes, but you're not going to get advantage if you turn into a crab.
That's fine. Had to try.
Okay.
I like this
balls of
dice.
ogre
I'm gonna
strength.
roll again. I like this dice. I rolled a 19 plus 4 plus 3.
Alright, it rolled a 19 again, so you win. You're no longer grappled.
Fitch's desire to be a doctor is so strong that he rips himself out of the tongue towards this child.
Mm-hmm.
Jarek, not knowing much of anything about mimics, just looks down at the thing as Fitch is pried free of it and goes, "Are we done? Please tell me we're done. I don't want to stab you."
It's a mimic.
I know that.
It's not
I know
intelligent.
that.
Jarek has never encountered a mimic before, however.
Jarek, does a 20 hit you?
No.
No.
Yes, it fucking hits me.
Yeah, I thought so. 6 piercing damage and 5 acid damage. Non-magical.
So 10 damage.
So 10 damage, yes, as it bites you. And you are now grappled by it.
I like to imagine at this point Jarek's developed enough of a pain tolerance to just look kind of bored by this as he's glaring at Fitch.
Mm-hmm. Fitch
Just
not noticing.
twitching faintly.
Mm-hmm.
Is this chest perhaps adorned with metal?
It appears to be.
Don't you fucking dare.
Ooh.
Don't you fucking dare.
Why not?
Nah, that was a joke. Do whatever you want.
Now I'm not sure now. Fuck.
Is Fitch focusing on his patient, or is he...
Yeah, he's gonna patient fly. This can clean up the mess.
Okay. Make a medicine check, Fitch. Or just do what you're gonna do. And Jarek, what are you doing? As
I guess he'll contested. Well, yeah. No, he's not going to contested grapple it. He's just going to stab it.
Okay. As Vess and
Nat
Zoria
1.
show up to the... Okay.
He might be alive. He might be dead. Fitch
Right.
doesn't know.
Fitch doesn't know.
Good berry straight in the wound.
Yeah.
I think he at least gets it in the kid's mouth.
Oh, wait, that would be a 7. Plus 3 plus
Okay.
3. Yeah, 7.
The kid is not... The wounds do not miraculously heal by Goodberry on this child.
18 for Jarek, by the way.
18. Obviously is gonna hit.
Yeah, I imagine so.
I just want to know what Zoria and Vessian are doing when they show up to the alley.
Sighing, drinking, and
Alright, that's a double take.
Jarek has his foot in a chest and a tongue wrapped around his leg, and he's just stabbing it.
13 damage.
Yeah.
Not that it matters.
And
There is a mangled child in the ground.
Wait, I'm sorry, that's 16. I forgot to add Dex.
Fitch is hovering over a child on the ground, yes.
Hmm. Huh. I did not expect this. Points to it. Firebolts.
Okay. So Zori is going to attack it as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Bess?
Um,
Just gonna stay by the wall drinking?
yeah,
Okay.
for now.
Sure. So Fitch is attending this child who is non-responsive while Zoria and Jarek uh kill this mimic. And kill it you do. Because it's a
Yeah.
not difficult thing.
As soon as the thing dies, he's starting to just yank parts out of it and stuff them in his arm, grumbling as he barks over to the children. Where did you find this?
They're surrounding their sister as Fitch does what?
I think at this point I have the wisdom to La Healing Word this.
Okay.
So Fitch, amongst the comprehensible panic, lets out some incomprehensible words, apparently laced with some type of magic, because something happens.
Nothing happens.
Ooh.
Now here's an ethics question.
Into the jar.
Ah!
Can either be Jar, or it can be what Gump was expecting.
No, here's an
It's only
ethics question.
300 gold. Diamond gets pulled out.
Oh!
Can I do another medicine check before I fuck up this 300 gold diamond?
All you know is that your healing magic didn't work.
Can I do another medicine and or perception check?
At disadvantage, yes.
Alright. Perception or medicine?
Medicine.
Cool. Oh, I actually rolled almost okay. 13.
13. You don't find a pulse. There are acid burns on this child. There's a bit of bone showing on her leg. You're pretty sure that bone's not supposed to be showing.
Right. Fitch is gonna pull out a dagger. And he's
Eat the
going to make a
child.
cut. No, he's gonna make a cut in the stomach area. And then he's gonna shove that diamond on in there.
Oh my fucking
Squish it
god.
closed with his hands.
Mhm.
And
I don't know what we were expecting.
Okay.
and begin the casting of what can only be described as the most blasphemous healing magic you've ever seen.
Fitch likes inserting things into people almost as much as Jarek.
Maybe more.
That's said in
Maybe
character or out of
more.
character?
Maybe more.
Oh, out of character.
Okay. So as Fitch casts Revivify on this orphan child, there is a gasp as the child takes breath again.
I'm gonna follow that up with a good berry shoved in their face. Another healing word. This
Okay.
fucker's not dying.
So as soon as the child takes the breath, you use that opportunity to stuff a berry in her mouth.
That's what I'm planning.
She chokes, dies again.
That's what the healing word's
That's what-
for.
That's what the healing word is for. So the kid gasps. A good berry is shoved down. He closes the kid's mouth so they swallow, and then the healing word does the healing wordy things.
Okay. So roll your healing word dice. Not that it matters, but
Yeah, give me a second on that. It's
The other
piddling damage.
children are saying, thank you, you saved her. Ah, ah, how'd you do that? I thought she was a goner. Thank you.
That is 8
Oh,
damage.
sure.
This kid is the
Tiny.
I
healthiest
knew we
he's
should
ever
have gone to
been.
the end.
Jared just
I
snaps
called
his
you.
fingers. Tiny human beings and/or inferior races. Where did you find this?
The chest? It was sitting there.
Sitting where?
Right there.
In the alley.
Yeah, we thought somebody might have left like a chest unlocked, so we went to look at it.
Can I roll a perception check to see if there are snipers on the roof?
What the
I mean,
What?
Is this a setup? It's Castlemere
That's-
hunting you.
words that John Wilkes Booth should have heard?
Bess would like to make a perception check just to see if there's anything else that looks possible, like mimic or threat.
Okay. Make perception check.
14.
14. There are not snipers
23.
on the roof. No. This mimic looks to have been the only non-humanoid life form in this alley.
There are no grubby fingerprints from a mafia man with a shitty Italian name.
No. Not with your 13.
Well, Fitch's fears are assuaged, so he's gonna keep picking earwax out of this kid's ears.
Just digs a claw in there.
This one is Doctor.
Thank you.
No answer. Just good berries.
And sorry, did you tell them your name?
I didn't.
Okay. Oh, we saw you before. You were not mean.
Threatened them before.
Yeah.
In fairness, if Zoria was threatened when she was a child, she'd probably be like, ooh, attention, somebody loves me. They're not beating me.
They
This is
also
good.
said you were not mean. They didn't say you were nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea. We went. Oh, I went there. I'm glad you guys were close. I'm
Hey,
sorry
kid.
about stealing your money a couple weeks ago.
Well, now he has to die.
Don't be like that. They're just stupid children. Look, they found a mimic and played with it.
Are they children or are they gnomes?
Both?
Zora squints.
Everyone knows
Yeah.
gnomes hatch fully grown.
Perception check to see if they're actually children.
Suspicious motherfuckers, aren't you? Make a perception check.
Plot twist, they're kobolds.
Or insight.
18.
They seem to be gnomish children.
Are they 3 children in a trench coat?
There's no trench coats.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah. You could buy them one after Fitch wasted your 300 gold diamond. Might as well keep investing.
It's not wasted, it's investing.
Oh.
Orphans are
Tomato,
great
potato.
size.
Oh, Jared. Let's take him back to the estate for emergency rations.
They're more like snack size, though.
Perfect.
That's not even a quarter of a juice box.
Hey, Zoria.
Yes.
They're thieves. So, you know who else might have walked around town looking rich?
Hmm.
Why don't you
Why,
ask your new friends?
why would they know? I mean, look at them.
No
I mean,
what?
why would a bunch of drug addicts know? And yet we still asked.
All right, you little fucks.
Fine. Mm-hmm.
Any of
Oscar.
you see
What's that word
any
mean?
of you?
I've
It.
heard it around a lot.
Oh, it's wonderful. It's a term of respect. You should
Oh,
use it with the guards.
fuck you.
Um,
Is not.
have you seen anybody who looks like this? And he'll turn into Castlemere.
Boom, boom, boom. Maybe? Not up close. Not for a while.
When and where?
A couple weeks ago.
Where?
In the city.
Very specific. I need you to make effort.
Just by one of the bookshops.
Hmm. Zoria
I can
kneels.
take you there.
Yeah, in front of him. So she's still much taller than he is, I assume.
Soria would have to lay down to get on their level.
Take us there.
Before, uh, after Zoria says this, Fitch is going to get very, very close to Zoria. This one would not recommend being unkind to patients. A good doctor must be kind, no?
Was it kindness when you cut her open and shoved the rock
That,
inside?
that's how the magic works. It's
Hmm.
breathing, is it not?
It.
Yes, it is.
Sometimes magic works with a stick upside the head. Just saying.
I'm going to take note of what happened later for research purposes, Fitch, just so you know. Because it was one of the most bizarre things I ever saw. Medicine-wise.
This one is doctor. Our ways are unknown and misunderstood. That is why
She
this
look-
one is so healthy.
She looks at the girl. Is she as fucked up as Fitch is? Like, is there like a remnant of Fitchiness on her, or
A
just
remnant of Fitchness?
yeah?
I figure with at least 10 HP, this girl looks better than she's ever looked in her life.
Yeah.
Considering the average peasant has like 6 HP.
Fitch, how deep in your bag did you go to get that good berry?
Good berry?
How emergency did you need to go?
The good berry? The good berry's in a satchel on my
Yeah,
hip.
I know. How deep in your satchel did you go?
Giggity.
Surface level.
Just one off the top.
Fitch only dispenses the cocaine ones for special occasions.
Oh, I didn't know in his panic if he went too deep.
No. That's why he keeps the good ones on the bottom. Because then you have to like deliberately dig for them, considering he makes 70 a day.
Okay. I'm sorry. That was a side query.
Han just wanted to roleplay a cocaine-addled gnomish child that was just resurrected from the dead.
Yeah. So what was before I ran down that train track?
Castlemere.
Yep.
Yes, we're interrogating the children.
Mm-hmm.
Taking us to the bookshop, and Fitch reminded Zoe to be nice.
Yes. Yeah, okay. It's this way. You can follow on.
Zora will do an insight check with her deep perception.
Make,
She'll squint at the children.
What
as
is it,
she
like
does.
-1?
It is a -1.
Oh.
make an insight check. Watch him roll a natural one.
16 actually, so
Oh.
15.
The children, you don't think they're making anything up?
Hmm.
He was wearing a lot of jewels and stuff, but he also looked really mean, so we didn't try to rob him.
Wait, didn't you try and rob her?
They rolled me.
I mean, so you don't look mean, Zoria. Hey, look at that. You're like a big teddy bear.
Zora snarls at this.
What are you wearing, Zoria? Who are you wearing?
At the moment, Zoria, because I didn't specify.
Okay, that's what I assumed. Okay. Yeah, it's this way.
Lead on.
And they lead you out into the city. They tend to stick more to alleyways.
Figures.
But take you to the fancier side of town over the course of like 30 minutes. And vets in particular, it's almost frustrating walking behind these children because they are slow.
So fucking slow.
Can Fitch just set them on his shoulders?
You could. There's 3 of them.
Then I would.
Okay, so Fitch takes 2 of them and puts one on each shoulder.
And then one on his head.
And one on his bumpy,
Like a classic
malformed
piggyback?
head. Head. Okay.
He's riding the high of bringing someone back to life. Don't give me that look, y'all.
Yep. And they're riding along on Fitch. And Fitch, yeah, is guiding the party as they're like, I go straight. Yeah, I go left. Yeah, okay. And then as you're crossing a main road, one of them goes, you feel a weird tug on your head, Fitch, and then pressure release. And one of the children goes, oh, sorry, I broke your horn. And it's intact. The glue just came off.
Fitch will put up his hand. Does the child put it in? Okay.
Yes.
Fitch will give a deep sigh. Put it in the Goodberry satchel for later.
Yeah.
If he wasn't riding this high right now.
He would eat that child.
I don't care that I brought you back to life 10 minutes ago. You die now.
I brought you back to life. So that life is mine to consume as I
To
so
do
choose.
with as I please.
I
Mhm.
swear to God, that was what Jarek would do as a cleric, just rezzing people. I brought you back so you could see my face when I did it again.
Oh, Shell would be like, you're mine now, child. Fate worse than death.
Yeah.
But yes, Fitch is still riding that high.
Yeah.
Jarek will look over to Vess. Even Odd says these kids lead us into a trap and I'm gonna eat them.
Mm,
You're my moral compass.
I'm not crying over 3 kids.
I didn't say you were a good moral compass.
Facts.
More of a moral sextant, really.
Yeah, okay.
So eventually you come to the front of this bookstore. The lights are off. And the kids are like, yeah, this is the place. Um, thanks for the
This just
ride. Thanks for saving my sister. Yeah, thanks for saving me.
fuck off.
Uh, okay.
Zoria checks her pockets before they leave.
Jerk doesn't need
That's-
to. He's got a bag of holding for that shit.
I mean, I feel like Vess would have been keeping hands on like the important bits.
Once you found that they were thieves.
Oh, once they said they robbed Zoria, for sure.
Okay. Make investigation
Um,
checks.
Fitch is
Being
going
good
to
children.
dispense a gold each and a good berry each.
Oh,
We're all doing investigation?
yeah.
I'm not.
Can I just help somebody else?
Jerk just looks at
Now
Fitch
you're
handing out
investigating your
berries.
own person, yes?
Oh, okay.
Jerk looks over at Fitch handing out golden berries. What is this? Berries, kids?
11.
Should this one give
I
them
mean-
ears? This one has human ears.
No, we'll take the gold and the berry. Thanks.
If it's not abundantly clear, Vest and Zoria are investigating. Jerk
Mm-hmm.
was busy making jokes.
Jerk
I
is...
mean, Vess had his hands on like coin, quarterstaff, bottle.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Vess, you don't seem to be missing anything.
Zoria rolled a 22, Gump.
I'm sorry, you don't seem to be missing anything.
Hmm.
Thanks for the gold and the berry. But this is like one berry. It's not gonna last very long.
Fuck off.
Fuck you.
There you go. That's the proper respect.
You
Fitch
probably
just-
just got them
If
whipped.
does the Fitch. He just does the Fitch thing.
What's the
Smiles
Fitch-
and waves.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Okay. Well, thanks for saving my sister. Yeah, thanks for saving me. And they scuttle away.
When did I start hating kids?
When did you like kids?
Zoria, have I ever liked kids?
Jerk, don't you have a kid?
They're
Oh,
honestly
that's when I
okay.
started hating kids. Okay. Makes sense. Now then, bookstore.
Huh?
You want to do your little seeing sight beyond sight things, Zoria?
Yes, but let's find alley and quiet place so I can do it from there.
Gump, what other area, or is there any like open shops around, or like maybe like a bar or tavern or something? that
There
we
is a
could dip in?
tavern. Like 200 feet down. You can see the light and the noise coming from it.
Are there
Would that-
snipers?
Are there snipers?
Are there rooftop snipers?
Lee Harvey Oswald is actually looking out from a library somewhere.
But is there a second shooter? Maybe? It's Doria. How does that place look? Is that close enough?
Close, but it's too noisy. Too many people.
Less conspicuous.
Yes. Is there an alleyway?
Mm-hmm. A number of alleyways.
Hmm.
Pick one.
That one.
That one. So you go down this alleyway. It's a lot cleaner than the sewer.
Yep, that figures.
Zori still does this a couple times
Yeah.
just to make sure.
Freshen up the air.
I
Yeah,
imagine we all
Zoria,
cop a squat.
Zoria sits down, cross-legged,
Mm-hmm.
opens her book, and casts Arcane Eye.
Okay. Vest and Jarek sit across from each other.
Oh, like before we
Yeah.
actually sit down, Best like smacks his hand.
Oh.
Hmm?
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Yeah, all right.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
What's Fitch doing?
Itchifying.
So Fitch turns into a pile of leaves.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, Zoria casts Arcane Eye.
Yep. And her eye bobs towards the place, to the library.
Okay.
Yep, I'd like to say that I spent 2 sorcery points on this to extend it, just in case.
Okay. So that gives you what, like 2 hours?
2 hours.
Yeah. How large is your Arcane Eye?
Doesn't say. It says it can fit through 1-inch gaps. So I assume less.
Thanks. Okay. Okay. Got it. It's fine. So your eye wanders across the street and finds a way into this bookshop underneath the front door. Okay.
Okay.
You can almost smell the paper in the air.
Zora smiles.
Or she didn't moan.
Okay.
Zora will start looking around.
Okay. What are you looking for?
Well, at first, just a general check of the store, but then she's going to go to the back. She's looking for trapdoors or locked doors.
Okay. Um, the front of the bookstore, not terribly huge. But there are 4 rows of books effectively. About a 20 by 20 bookstore with a counter at the back. And there's a door at the back locked, but your little eye slips underneath that as well, which takes you to some stairs up.
Mhm. Inconceivable.
Mm-hmm. And you
She'll follow the stairs.
you go up and up and up,
Hmm.
and you come to another door at the top. And you slip under that door.
Mm-hmm.
And you are in a kitchen.
She will peruse around. No,
Peruse.
no, peruse is not the right word. She will look around.
Mm-hmm. There are. There's a candle that has been put out on the table. There are 2 plates set out along with silverware. A couple of flowers in a vase. And a nothing else really. I mean, your standard kitchen, right? Not running water, but
Assume so. Yeah.
there's a little heat cube.
They just give those to everyone these days.
Heat cube, take it. Oh wait.
They're
It's
not
like a Christmas gift.
they're not crazy expensive, but they're not cheap. And they're really useful to have. It's an appliance. Anyway. You continue on.
Yep.
Alright. Well, there's an arch from the kitchen into what is a sort of living room or den. The TV's on against the wall.
Is it? What's on the TV?
ESPN.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
sorry, I cast fireball on the whole place.
Uh, no, there's a little bookshelf up against the wall. A couch and a rocking chair close to the windows.
Mm-hmm.
There is a stack of blocks, little wooden letter blocks, kind of off in the corner,
Oh no.
along with a what appears to be a coloring book, all in
Oh
gray.
no. Mm-hmm.
Now let's see the ethics swing the other way.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing in particular strikes your interest here, though.
There's someone here.
Presumably somebody lives here.
There's no one here right now.
Nobody in these 2 rooms.
Zora will keep looking.
Mm-hmm. There is 2 doors off of that living room. So you choose one of them and slip under that. And you find a child's room.
Mm-hmm.
And you find a child sleeping in bed.
What kind of child?
A human child.
Okay.
What color is its skin?
How old is it? Is it actually a child or is it a gnome?
Maybe it's a sniper.
Is it a
Is it a
kobold?
gnome wearing Castlemuir's face with red skin?
Is it a bunch of mice in child skin?
Now that we've gotten this far, I have to ask, discovering this is quite a milestone, so hey, buddy.
Wow.
We're gonna go down the joke lane. Anyway, continue.
Mm-hmm. But there's a child sleeping peacefully in their room. A little girl.
Child.
Jarek hates children. Jarek and Bess. Make your attack rolls.
What?
Attack.
Wait, That should be 3 lower because he doesn't have proficiency in that. So 16.
Everybody's
Oh.
proficient on the unarmed.
Okay, then
Vampires have proficiency in unarmed strikes.
Either way,
Oh,
I
right,
rolled
yeah.
like crap.
Yeah, either way.
He is beating your ass tonight, Vess.
Can I make a token perception check?
Yeah, sure. What are you looking for?
Anyone coming down the alley?
Another druggie.
Or just anyone in general? That's a 15.
Okay. There's some. Well, actually, you're fairly deep in the alley, yeah.
Yes.
So you're more on the backside. You hear, jeez, footsteps on the other side of this alley, presumably on the other road. But nothing shows up in any of your vision.
Okay. The pile of leaves will remain vigilant.
Mm-hmm.
I like how this has become our standard go-to. Fitch being paranoid, Vess and Jarek playing slap fight while Zoria is doing serious business with her third eye.
Oh, just wait till Jared goes all Batman on them.
Oh god. I am the night.
So Zora, you leave this child's room?
Yep.
Okay. And you go presumably into the parents' bedroom. There are 2 people asleep in bed. A human male and a half-elf female.
Any of them look familiar?
Familiar? Not particularly, no. They're definitely not Lord Castlemere
There's only one way to find out.
and his mistress. Yeah. Interrogate them at dagger point.
Yep. So what I'm getting from this is that this is a library with no basement, just and with a house on top.
It's a bookstore.
It's a bookstore, not a library.
Sorry. It's this. Well,
With a house on
the
top.
word is not. Yeah, the word is not the same here. So yeah, you're right. A bookstore with a house on top and a little quaint family living there.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that strikes Zori as out of place.
Make a perception check.
Nope.
Nope.
No.
Okay.
It's a 0.
Hey, High School of the Dead.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That show's got a lot of fan service.
That's all it has.
Yeah.
There's certainly no plot.
Anyway. Zoria, do you let your eye wink out?
She'll look around the bookstore, go outside, see if there's like a trapdoor or a what you call a cellar door.
Okay. There's a cellar door.
Mm-hmm.
It's locked, but you can slip in. Squeeze your little eye through. Down in the cellar, you find a number of jars and cured meats. A few books. Not a terrible, huge number of them. It looks like an ordinary basement.
Is it an ordinary basement though?
With the 1?
0.
Oh. Yes.
Hmm. Zora's making frustrated noises as her eye bobs in the house, like she's just puffing really wildly.
You okay over there, Zoria?
Fucking
Is this the only cardio that Zoria gets?
Ow.
She certainly doesn't train with Ves.
No, I
nobody
haven't
knows best
described.
trains.
Yeah, I haven't described her training in a while, so I guess yeah, we need to get back to that. But yeah, Zora's just gonna let it wink out and come back to herself and say, "There is nothing there. It's a bookstore with a little house on top. Cute child."
Mhm.
Maybe we ask in the morning if they have not seen someone with a description similar to Castlemere.
Mm. I'm sorry, what? I was distracted.
He wants to come back in the morning to see if somebody knows anything about Castlemere.
I've consulted with the voices in my head, and
I think we should go in and eat one and see what the other says.
what do you think, Zoria? I'm thinking eat one and see what the other says.
No, why?
Voices in my head.
Tell voices to go away.
They said your nose looks weird.
She snarls.
Well, at least it's a better lead than the sewers. But if you come back in the morning, I'm gonna have to not.
Ah, yes. Afternoon, maybe?
You get how that's worse, right?
Evening.
Which is what time it is now.
It's night.
Yeah, evening.
Mm-mm. This is frustrating. No clues. Nothing. Just. Oh, he's here. Does he have like a ring or a signet or something, Gump?
He had a bunch of jewelry.
Hmm.
So yes.
There is like a house sigil though, right?
Yeah. Is there a ring with a house sigil?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Does
I
Zoria
do
have
not have. I
a
do
way
not
to
have spell prepared.
track that?
Yeah, she does, but she doesn't have it prepared. Uh, shit. Hmm.
So what's the
Well,
plan?
I
Go
did
in
not
before
prepare
the
right spell for today.
So you're saying come back tomorrow night is what I'm hearing.
Possibly.
If you want to come back in the morning with Elfie McSorehands, I have faith. Just, if you do, be careful.
Hmm. There's a bookstore. What can happen?
Okay, fuck you. I've been around you long enough to know what you mean.
What?
Okay, no, fine. Maybe I'm wrong. It's a bookstore. What could happen?
Zora looks stupid. What you said just went over her head. As it did Pink's, so
Uh,
don't.
never mind.
Nope.
The library. Remember the library?
Oh yeah.
That. So what do you think? Do you want to come back alone in the morning or with me in the evening? Well, not alone, just minus me, which is the most important part of your day.
Honestly,
Zoria?
I think this is a stretch either way.
Do you have a better idea?
No, I do not.
It's
I
either
mean, we could
this.
go plan B.
Hey, Fitch, you see a dog?
Not yet.
Wow, that's unsettling.
Cute.
Not yet, and then she DCs.
Welcome back.
Back. Sorry.
Turn your camera back on. There you go.
Fuck you, Pink.
I said nothing.
Swaggle.
I'm just bobbing my head because I'm happy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Which hasn't seen
Zora
a
has no.
bloodhound.
Zora has no
As
idea.
what?
So just.
Fitch. Fuck! Fitch hath not seen a bloodhound.
No, Fitch has not seen a bloodhound. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that wasn't a question. That was a statement.
Oh, great.
Well, Zoria, we're here to hunt Castlemere because you insist on hunting Castlemere, not incorrectly. I'm just pointing that out. What would you prefer to do? What avenue is there? I can play
I
slappy hands all day long, don't get me wrong.
I can try and locate one of his jewelry, probably a ring with his house signet, and walk around town like madwoman, trying to see if something pings.
That's an idea.
Can Zoria not find the creature wholesale?
No, Zora cannot find creature wholesale.
Fitch
This
giggles.
this sounds a whole lot like a situation where Vess and I can retire to an inn room together, platonically together,
Mm-hmm.
while you
Platonically.
two walk around finding uniquely differing ways to screw this pooch.
This one does
If
not
you
fuck
have,
animals.
That's it. It's a turn of phrase, Fitch. What was that, Zoria?
you have so little faith in us.
Oh no, no. I think even if you succeed, it's still going to lead to us screwing the pooch somehow because we excel at that. I'm just eager to see how that turn comes about. Besides, it gives me time to try to trick Vess into teaching me how Vess does the things Vess does.
I thought you were interested in magic. Sorry,
I am.
magic.
I am, but it seems a lot to me like Vess is using magic. Just magic in a bottle. Not literal, but
Oh, it's
never
magic.
mind.
Trust me. Here, let me show you. And Vess will grab one of his arms and kind of twist it up in an uncomfortable position.
Unhand me, hooker.
And then just kicks him from behind and like pushes him more than anything, more than doing damage. Vess kind of stumbles back in like an almost drunken approach.
Jerk falls
Fucking
on his ass.
yeah. And stares up from his ass unceremoniously at Zoria as if this is a completely natural state of being, because for Jarek it is.
Do you think she's flirting with us?
I don't I don't think she's capable of flirting this long.
So here's the thing: we search around town more, or we leave town and go tend to our graves. What say you?
Essentially. Sooner or later, we're going to have our throats slit whilst we sleep.
Yeah, but that has very little to do with Castlemere.
Well, it might have something to do with Castlemere, but it's going to happen eventually either way.
Good,
So,
exactly.
so how about we approach this then? We go back to the inn. Zoria, you plan for walking around like a mad woman tomorrow, and Fitch tries to find a dog tomorrow. And if anything happens, we have something to follow up on. If nothing happens, at least Vess will probably punch the crap out of me for no really good reason.
I mean, we still have hours in the evening. We could look for a dog now.
I don't know if I want to walk around the streets of the city at night looking for a dog. To be honest with you, this is already one of the motliest of motley crews. We are walking cause for guards to assail us.
That's where liquor comes in.
I would suggest not looking for a dog. Dog comes to us. Use bait, yes?
Okay, however you get a dog.
Speaking of dog, you hear one barking in the distance.
This one says you are all stupid. So stupid.
That's rich coming from you.
Yeah.
This one's
This
getting
one
bolder.
does not use. This one does not use the dog for the dog. This one uses the dog for the fur, for the magic.
Yes, you need to slaughter a dog. I thought that was clear.
Yeah, and you already
No.
agreed to feed Zoria the dog, so why
Yeah,
are...
I mean, I feel like the dog was used for other things than just you, Fitch.
Don't hide behind that rock. Let
I
your
don't
shame be
want
This is
public.
the jar.
This is the jar.
Oh, the jar.
Wait,
What?
no, I don't want street dog meat. I want nice dog meat.
No, all right, what? No, we're talking later.
Fitch is just gonna go to the market. I'm done with this conversation.
And buy a
It's
puppy
nighttime.
and kill the puppy.
No! I'm going to go to a hunter and ask if he has a bloodhound
Yeah.
and pay him a gold for a chunk of fur from his dog. Just cut a little bit off the tail. That's all the spell needs. God. Just like the two idiots I have antagonizing me right now.
Yeah. I agree.
At one moment, Zora says to no one in particular, I'm hungry.
I'm hungry.
Dog.
There's a tavern right there. You want to go
Oh
see
no,
if they have
I want.
not street dog?
Mhm. I could go for cat. It's more common, but no.
I mean, they could have skewers.
Ugh.
It's just skewer.
It's meat on stick. Nothing special.
Meanwhile, Adris throws up somewhere.
She just gets really angry for no reason.
She is now a cleric of meat skewers.
Throws her tambourine at somebody.
Yep.
She has a whole ballad that she composed just to praise the meat skewers.
That's a big round one. But that is neither here nor now. So what do? You gonna go find a dog, or are you gonna go back to your inn and pack it in for the night? You gonna break into this bookstore?
Zora's following Fitch. Is Fitch not doing the thing?
It's just going to the market for the thing.
Yeah, Zora's gonna follow.
If Zoria follows, Vess follows.
Okay.
Yeah, Jerick will follow.
Okay.
You want me to roll perception on finding a man with a bloodhound?
Is it specifically a bloodhound?
Yup.
Okay.
That's what the spell says. I don't question the spell.
Okay. Yes. Perception or investigation or survival?
Can I get advantage because these idiots are following me?
I don't know. Are these idiots helping you? Idiots?
Yeah.
Jerk is not. Jerk is being an idiot.
Jerk is, or Bess is following the not helping
Okay, so
idiot route of things.
Vess and Jerick are still playing grab ass.
Clap hands.
Yeah,
Has nothing to do with ass.
not yet.
God, it will never.
It will never.
Zora is helping.
Mhm.
As
16.
much as her perception can contribute. Look, dog.
Look. Not a bloodhound. But there's a guy out walking 3 mastiffs. Uh, evening. Are you
I ain't
folks?
even gonna approach the man.
Oh, okay.
It ain't a bloodhound. I don't want it.
Sure. Okay. Well, then he looks at the group. The dogs growl in your general direction.
Jerk growls back.
Yeah, Zora shows teeth.
They show bigger
Bess
teeth.
burps a very whiny burp.
Oh. And this guy is like wrapping the fucking leashes around his arm. Fucking.
Heal,
Come on.
heal.
Come on. Leave him alone. God, what's gotten into you three tonight?
Bitch says nothing, used to this reaction from animals.
Mercury must be in retrograde.
The druid getting this reaction commonly from animals.
Jerk's just gotten used to it. The only thing he's thinking looking at the dogs is, yeah, Nurs would have liked you, Nurs would have liked you, Nurs would have liked you.
Hmm? None of them would have liked nerves. But you pass by him. You don't find anybody out walking bloodhounds in the night. Being that it's a specific dog in the evening hours.
That's
What?
fine. I'll just try again tomorrow.
Sure. You have the night market if you want.
That's where I was going.
People are hawking their wares.
Huh.
There's a lady with crystals. Oh, I remember you. You want to buy me out again?
This one doesn't have the funds this time.
Oh, well, here, have these. You can, since you were so generous last time. Here, you can have these this time.
Bitch bobs his head happily.
She gives
How
you
much are they worth?
3 gold worth of various crystals.
Fuck yeah, free shit.
First one's always free. I guess in this case it's the second one.
While we're there, official ask if the woman's seen someone by Castlemere's description.
I mean, there's a lot of tall, dark, and handsome gentlemen here.
All dark, handsome, rich, and magical?
I mean,
That's a little bit harder.
some of them are rich, but people don't usually go around flashing their magic. Makes people want to one up you. Excuse me.
Interesting. Do we have an image of Castlemere's sigil?
Off the top of my head, I do not believe we do. So, let's say yes. It's a horse on its rear legs.
Okay, well,
Very noble.
Fitch'll, and generic too. Fitch'll uncork his wineskin, shape water in the shape of the sigil, and ask Holman if she's seen a man with it.
Uh, that one? Not really. No, I don't recognize that one. Um, is he some sort of sorcerer type?
Precisely.
I mean, I'll keep an eye
He might
out
use.
for you. Um,
Oh, that would be lovely.
where can I reach you if I see him?
This one will be around.
Okay,
Have a good evening.
you too.
Is
Hey,
Orion.
real quick,
You're
lady.
missing your horn.
This one is aware.
A gnome broke it. Do you know any place in the market that has you know, components for magic stuff or spell wares and stuff like that?
Uh,
Someplace a wizard could go and restock, maybe.
in the
I
night
am wizard.
market, sometimes people have. Hi, wizard. Sometimes people have like miscellaneous magical odds and ends. But the general magic shop isn't really open this late.
Illegal bits are sold in the cover of night, are they not?
Hey, everything I do here is above board. Who are you with? The guards?
This didn't say that. This one is implying that the one we are hunting isn't above board.
Oh, so you're like bounty hunters then?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Something like that.
I don't know. Go talk to one of the junk vendors. Um, I mean, unless it's like specific magic odds and ends that you're looking for.
Hmm.
No, just like a general vibe. So like, if she points out a couple people, I think that
Yeah,
that would be enough information to go on.
she'll point across the square to some people who have effectively a pawn shop out displayed. Um, like they've got a cart wall that kind of folds down, and they've got a big old blanket with a bunch of shit on it and a table. And you go over to them.
Best will follow the party at this point.
Okay.
Is
I'm gonna
Orion.
ask the party if they have 11 minutes. Okay, before that.
11 minutes.
Yes, Jared?
Yes.
He'll do speak in response to that, really. Whatever the fuck you're planning to do. Castle Fitch had a point. I mean, maybe indirectly, but Castlemere was wizarding sort, right?
Yes. Yes.
You said wizarding
Good
is
thing.
expensive, which infers that you buy a lot of stuff so you can keep wizarding.
Very, yes.
Wouldn't that be the first place we would want to look then? Wherever he would have to go to get supplies?
I thought of that actually. But I am, what is word? Reluctant to go to place where he not only might be regular customer, but he might be, well, where he might have allies of sort.
Hmm. Alright, carry on. 11 minutes. Yeah.
But you do have point, but I'm not quite sure how to approach it without seeming like we're hunting the man. I don't want to give
I
that
mean,
impression.
as Fitch would say, we just act like friends instead of hunters.
I'm just gonna
Zoya
act
looks,
mildly disgruntled.
yeah, Zoya looks at Bess again with that stupid look she gets sometimes.
I mean, hey, It's a possibility, but personally, I'm really bad at lying, so I would leave that one to Jarek if we wanted to do that.
Hmm. I'm good at lying. But I don't feel like doing it. Jarek,
Mm-hmm.
can you lie for us?
Can you be more specific?
You still got that nephew costume in your back pocket, so to speak.
Yes.
You mean the one we've already used once to lure him out?
We're not luring in this case. We're getting information from somebody that's not.
Yeah, I still have it.
I mean, either way, we can ask around at some shops here, see if they have anything we need.
Yes, Soria.
No, but this is Pink. Wasn't he executed publicly? Or was he
No.
executed?
No, he was
No.
captured. But we didn't really hear anything else about him from there. I believe they said they were deliberately keeping him alive.
Hmm. Maybe, Jarek. You can pretend like he escaped. And he's desperately looking for his uncle.
Do you mean the exact same thing we did to lure him out before?
No, before we said we had him. Now he'll be alone.
Y- Okay, yeah. Yeah. But what lie do you want me to tell? Like, what? I don't understand where you want me to go with this.
Well, you're looking for uncle. You escaped. The Drower bitches. What else is there?
I
Okay.
mean, I don't think you need a very complex story. It's, hey, I'm related to Castlemere on the run.
Yeah,
Have you
no,
seen him?
okay, I can do this.
I mean, more details make the story feel more real, more elaborate.
Yeah, you don't want to go too far with that. General rule with lying is the less details you need to give, the better off you are.
I was gonna mention that.
It's Zori. She has a -2 to charisma.
Also
Unless you
true.
concoct a lie that is so specific, people don't.
And she's an
Never mind.
overshare.
Yeah, yeah.
She's like, here, let me give you my life history first.
You're echoing really bad,
That's
Vess.
That's,
Oh,
yeah,
sorry. I'm so sorry. Sorry.
That's actually funny because none of you know her life history. But yeah, she does
Bess
overshare.
does.
Kinda, yeah.
Vess knows. She's told Vess things.
She has. Hmm.
So yeah, we can look around the area, see if there's I don't know if either of you finger wigglers need to refresh any stock.
I'll see if they have anything interesting. After I sat down for 11 minutes.
We sit down for 11 minutes, Gump.
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty sure at this point, Jarek has like a little timer of exactly 11 minutes in his arm that he just pulls out.
Are you done yet?
I was kind of thinking the same thing. Yeah. Pretty soon here,
I
he's just
feel
kind
like
of a fucking clock.
Jarek knows when 11 minutes is done because Zori is done.
Right?
He's picked up the keen mind 11 minutes feat.
Specialization.
It's just a
Yep.
boon. Yeah, Gump gave me a boon,
Okay.
also known as a hobgoblin built clock.
11 minutes of slap hands commences.
Alright. So you cast Detect Magic.
Yep.
And
On what, pray tell?
itself.
It's an area. And we're going to wander around the night market.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, as you're wandering, you wander by these various junk vendors who are like, hey, how's it going? Can I interest you in anything? I've got some potions, I've got some books, I've got some clocks. Look at this clock. You wanna buy a clock? I got so many clocks.
Does he have any small clocks?
He trench
Wait, a
coats
guy
like
has like a pot, like clocks, like big mantelpiece clocks in a
not
trench coat.
huge clocks, but he's got like
I mean, they're not watches though.
Does
We don't
no,
have
he's
watches.
got
Does
like
he have any?
3 clocks inside this trench coat.
Does he have any small ones though?
Like nightstand clocks.
Not that small, no.
Okay.
Like the size of 2 books back to back.
Okay. How much for that?
50 gold.
That clock. Yeah, I'll buy that.
All right.
It's price.
There you go. You should probably wind it every day.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a clock.
Yeah. That's how they work. I think. I
I've
mean,
made
I've
a.
never
I've
really taken one apart. That's You're not
I've made
supposed
a.
to. The
I've
clockmakers
made a.
get
I've
really fucking mad.
I've made a purchase from you. We don't have to keep talking.
Okay. Sure. Zoria. The guy next to him, you do pick up on his sword. He has a sword that is magical. It's currently in a fine leather sheath.
I hate to
She
be
feel-
that person derailing the session,
Mhm.
but I feel like Trenchcoat Man's coat needs to be magical to contain the clockage without tearing from the sheer weight.
There's some straps and stuff going on there.
Inky.
He can be
Mhm.
particular about it. He's got the time.
Hey. Stop.
Um,
Don't.
can I interest you folks in any potions?
Is this the sword guy?
No, this is still the clock guy.
Okay.
I've
You have any components for casting magic type things around here?
I mean that depends on what you need. What are you trying to cast? What components do you need?
Dog fur.
Dog fur. Sorry, sir. I don't have any dog fur. I've got this potion of growth, though.
How much?
For you, you call it 60 gold.
Pass.
Okay. I mean, it makes you
That's
really,
what-
really big. You can be huge, man. You can get super jacked.
Are you trying to say I'm not super jacked right now?
I mean, you look kind of scrawny. More leaf.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, you probably couldn't handle it anyway. Any other takers?
Bess walks away. So the next guy that Zori is at.
Wait, Vess. Before you walk away.
Can I try and dodge that?
I didn't even see what he did. So
You tried to smack.
smack your
Pass.
hands.
Yeah.
I believe it would just be Jarek making an attack roll.
Oh, fuck it.
Vest is
Oh
not
my
prepared for a dodge.
Mm.
I'll
I am
sneak
alert.
attack.
You have the alert, so you're not surprisable.
Damn it. Well, yeah. I mean, it's not.
Yeah.
I get
Wow,
advantage.
Jarek. So he smacks your hand.
Dirk's apparently very competitive.
Mm-hmm. I've got this potion of water breathing. If anybody's interested in that.
Yeah, that sounds like something that'd be very useful for someone who can't swim.
He's not there.
Yeah. Vess walks over and meets Zori at the
Sure.
next
Yeah,
stall.
yeah. Away they go.
So, this gentleman has a. What is going on here? Series of arms and armor on his cloth. And
Are they left arms or right arms?
middle. They're middle arms.
Mm.
Oh, Fitch's favorite.
But he was like, "Oh, evening, folks. How can I help you? Looking for a new sword or an axe or just looking? You're a big woman. Maybe I could interest you in a good sized battle axe. You look like you could swing one."
Yeah, the big woman kind of just like walks past him and just like goes straight up to the magical sword,
Sure.
kind of pokes at it. What does it do?
Well, that's a frostbrand rapier, and you can tell it has not your typical rapier basket hilt, but it is
Mm.
narrow, a very slim blade, um, a little split on one side of the hilt, where the metal is formed in kind of a flowing fashion. How do I just post it?
Picture's worth 1,000 gump words.
It is.
Mm. That's a sound Zora makes.
It does not glow
Mhm.
currently. So that their rapier will, when it gets cold enough, it'll shed really bright light. And when you draw it, you can put out all the fire around you. Pretty useful. And it'll freeze your opponents as you're stabbing into them. But
How hard does it freeze?
How hard does it freeze things?
uh, I mean,
Like a 1d4 freeze or so.
What
Is it
color
like
people does it
1d?
all right.
freeze?
So if you were to look up Frostbrand,
Hmm.
adds
I'm not.
1d6 frost damage
Okay.
to your attacks.
Zora kind of takes it in her hands.
Mm-hmm. Now, it's not cheap. That there is my pride and joy.
Hmm.
How much is
It takes.
not cheap?
Hmm.
Stand by.
It's going to be an offensive number, I can tell.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, let's call it 5,000 gold pieces.
Zoria sighs. Hmm.
Zoria, not one for haggling.
How much can you haggle from 5,000 though?
I don't know.
Make it
Like, even
4,000.
if you get half off, like it's still out of our price range.
You guys got paid a couple of 100
100.
platinum recently.
Couple
You,
hundred platinum does not make
I
5,000
mean,
gold
5,000?
pieces.
yeah,
It's
like
not, but
Vest has 16 platinum, so I don't know where like
160.
couple hundred we got.
I gave you 2,000 gold in plat total.
We spend a bunch of money.
Yeah. Oh, you
Like,
did. You burnt it all fucking on the house.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because we had
Yeah,
to.
your first batch of it. Um. So, well,
We got 300 gold each for
sure.
kidnapping Ortiz as well, so.
Mhm. Yeah, there was 12, 120 plat there. So.
Yeah.
And Vest is really down to 16.
That's only ever had 16.
I only have 39, and my purchase tracker says I've spent less than 15 gold in the
Are
last
you guys not
bajillion
adding your
sessions.
gold as you go?
I think
am.
maybe you told us gold instead of platinums.
Oh, if it
Oh,
was platinum, that'd be a huge difference.
Yeah.
Is
yeah.
this
He,
the new
he,
denomination?
he
Hold
gave
on,
you
hold on,
he gave
hold
you
on.
300 each if you broke it down.
300
Gold,
what each?
Gold.
gold or yeah, that's registered.
Okay.
Yeah, that's registered. Yeah.
300 each?
Mm-hmm.
I initially put it
Yeah.
into the gold, the party fund, and then Zoria immediately
Zoria
took it
took
out.
it.
I'm like, fuck
Yeah.
it, everyone, just take your fucking money.
Right
Yeah.
now, Vess has 16 platinum, 348 gold.
Okay.
So, like, even
That
then,
tracks.
like,
Right. Yeah.
that's
It's exorbitant.
it's way out of our feasible
It's
price range.
exorbitant. Yes.
That's the like. There's
So
no bartering it down into range.
not unless
There
you've
might
got
be.
stuff to trade.
Jericho will be like, okay, how do you feel about bartering?
I mean, that depends on what you got.
Cool. I've got this really neat loot. I've got this magical
What kind
axe.
of loot?
And he'll pull out the loot from his arm as if this is an entirely normal thing to do.
Oh, yeah. Why does it smell so bad?
I'll
Rude.
clean.
This is the loot. God damn it.
Or did you wash it?
Yeah, oh yeah, we washed everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, we have this. We have a number of magical items.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
play it out. Let's see what you got.
He'll put the loot down. He'll put the +1 longsword down, the magical shield down, the great axe down, the enchanted padded armor down, the warhammer of the war mage down, and the +1 scale mail armor down.
Zoria's eyes like go wide. Like,
You've had
how
this
do you
stuff.
have so much? You had this all along.
We've had this the whole time. Do you not keep up with the inventory?
I mean, I don't remember seeing half of this.
Can you write that shit down for me?
It's in
It's
the
in the party
party
gold
gold
pile.
pile
Oh, okay.
under weapons.
Most of it's under weapons, yeah. No, yeah, all of it's under weapons.
Yeah, was there anything that you mentioned not under weapons?
The loot.
Oh yeah. We haven't included the yet.
I'll
It
give
comes like I have
you.
to do math now.
Yeah, right. Let's call it 1,500
For all of this.
for all of this.
Huh.
Okay.
As he casts Identify a number of
Yeah.
times.
Yeah. Fuck it. It cleans everything up. We're not going to use this shit. Let's trade it off. If nothing else, we get more
I
money.
mean,
I'll update the sheet.
Okay. You just want the cash coins?
Yeah. That's fine.
Oh, okay.
Is this best place to sell this, Jarek?
no.
You won't
If
find
we were-
higher prices elsewhere.
Jericho will lean over to
Bullshit.
Zoria and Jericho will lean over to Zoria and like kind of whisper, given where some of this comes from and the questionable legal nature of it, I think we should take what we can get.
Yeah, a better price from Rav.
Yeah.
I think we could get a better price from Rav.
Except for I owe Rab a favor, and if I have all of this stuff and Rab really wants it, he's just gonna call in the favor and take it for free.
Better that than a favor, in my opinion, too.
Yeah, I would agree, but you're gonna be fucked. Let's just
Not
take
if you just lose your shit.
let's just take the 1,500 gold and go with it. We'll be fine.
How much for this? And Zoria pulls out the cloak of the manta ray, which I think she has.
She does.
She
Vess
does.
doesn't.
Zoria had it because she didn't want to drown if they had to go swimming.
Yep.
Call it 350.
100? She smiles.
350 gold, yes.
It's not a pleasant smile.
Look, I'm not really here to offload a bunch of shit, but, you know, I can see some of it's valuable. I'll make some on some, take a loss on some.
Maybe we should try somewhere else first.
What about that?
Do you move? Do you stay here?
I'm here every third Tuesday.
What?
Excuse
What
me,
is Tuesday?
there aren't Tuesdays. I'm here on days that end in a 2. The 2nd, 12th, and 22nd.
So 10 days.
Yeah, roughly.
A week.
Yeah,
He's literally
roughly.
there every week.
That's what he said, yeah.
We'll consider it.
Okay.
Do you want to offload here or do you want to try and get a better price, Jarek?
I'd say go ahead and sell it. We should really start liquidating this stuff. Especially, you know, given what we do and how we do it, I don't want to have to explain to somebody where we got some of it.
Look, I'm not gonna ask questions, so I don't get questioned later. And honestly, I probably couldn't even tell you what half you look like.
I like him.
Is Jarek
Yes, we
had it
blend
right
in.
now?
Oh yeah, he's still fucking
Yeah.
the dude's nephew.
Okay,
He never stopped banging him
sure.
ever since they got to town.
Mhm.
Or got to the drug house, I should say.
It shall be noted that Fitch is a crab, doing crab things.
Okay.
Fitch has checked out of this conversation.
So, I believe that brings us to 1850.
Yeah, I would cut the 1500 out. Jerk just put that in his arm, but yeah.
Well, I'm assuming the deal's not done yet.
Yeah, no, if the deal's not done yet, it'll come right back out. But...
Because he hasn't pulled any cash out of anything yet. But,
Sorry, pokes Jarek.
Yes.
Use charm. Make it
so-
2000.
There's not. Look here, Red. I could have tits the size of that mountain on the distance, and I could still not charm my way into getting 5,000 to turn into 2. No amount of charm changes numbers like that.
Oh no. I'm just telling you to sell things. No, but sort is out of question.
She's saying instead of 1500, get him to give it what 2?
With
Given
cloak, which adds a little bit. I'm keeping the moon touch sword. Is useful.
A moon touch sword.
you mean
useful.
the dagger?
Yeah.
You have
Is
the
it sword or
dagger.
dagger?
We
Yeah,
have a
dagger.
sword and a dagger. Jerk tried to trade her the short sword for the dagger, and she said no.
They're
She kept the dagger.
low-class magic items.
Yeah.
Why would
It's
you
useful.
bother keeping them? You're a Goliath. You can see in the dark.
They're useful. Not always, but sometimes.
I mean,
Sure.
you realize
Pretty
that
cool.
you can only see so far in the dark.
That's true. I suppose you could chuck them and leave them somewhere.
Now you're thinking with magic
Well,
blades.
don't you have to hold those to make them work? I don't remember.
Seemed to work just
Sorry.
fine for us.
Yeah.
Zora is stuck at the Goliath comment.
Anyway,
Is that all? Can I interest you in maybe a spell scroll?
Of what?
Oh, I've got a few. You seem to be the casting kind. Featherfall?
No.
No. Well, what about Ray of Enfeeblement? You know that one?
Mm,
Or what about Fly? People usually love to cast Fly.
Okay, now that you're done being terrible at upselling things, just curious,
Look,
it is how much would you buy an immovable rod for?
a movable rock. Am I? There's no way that's worth that.
Ooh, rods are expensive.
5,000 gold expensive?
Yeah, they're pretty expensive.
They're uncommon.
Yeah, they're not common magical items.
Oh, there we go. Uh, costs 600.
Mm. Yeah,
immovable rods are useful.
Hmm?
Immovable rods are useful.
Yeah, and I'd rather not sell it. But if it would have gotten you your sword, then I would have said happy birthday and guilt tripped you. Um,
It's not a birthday.
it. Okay, never mind.
Guys, don't spend all our gold on Zoria, please.
Oh yeah, no, Jarek won't unless he could get the price stupid low by comparison. But
No. Hmm. How much for spell of scroll of fly?
I hate to be that person, but Zora's gonna need to double strength cast that one if she wants to fly anywhere.
Ooh,
Oh fuck,
the
that's right.
shade.
That's right. There is a weight limit to it, isn't there?
I don't recall. 450?
Yep, you make it so easy to not buy things because I can never afford them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm selling you all, I'm buying all your shit from you. I'm giving you a ton of gold.
Hmm.
I'll just take it off of your, what I'm giving you.
Jarek, don't trade your things for me, but I will trade you the Cloak of the Manta Ray plus 100 for Scroll of Fly. Which is exactly the number that it comes to, so no
Yes, it
bartering.
is.
Because it's Zoria.
Jarek doesn't say a word. He just kind of like rubs his temple.
I mean, I'll take that, yeah. But I don't want to create any party divisions here. Your friend here pulled it out of his arm, which I'm assuming is a, you know, extraplanar space.
Mm.
So I'm guessing it's group loot. But I don't know. Do we got a deal? What do we got?
Zora looks at Sherrick.
If you're trading in that gold and that cloak for a scroll, I'm assuming you're going to be able to actually write that scroll down or something.
Of course I am. What do you take me for?
An idiot. Um.
It's a perfectly reasonable price. As a matter of fact, I can sell you a scroll of flight later, if you want.
What would I?
She looks at him.
Uh, yeah.
Go
That
ahead and do it. Like investing in knowledge, nobody can ever take that away.
unless you go to one of those wizard schools and get into debt up to your eyeballs.
You're not helping. I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get a deal for you.
Oh
You
no, I'm
you
not a
just.
wizard school. I'm one of them self-taught guys. You know, do-it-yourselfer, like a technical academy. Much cheaper. Plus, you get to focus on what you need.
All right, you're making this so much harder. Zoria, trade him before he talks you out of it.
Zora kind of extends the cloak of the manta ray,
Sure.
which was, might I add, what you call, accessory to murder in a way.
A
So,
terribly cursed magical item.
is it?
No.
Oh,
Oh, not her trade's done. Jericho will also hold up a ring of jump. It's a ring of jump.
Uh, and I need to know if anybody has tuned to that.
I don't think anybody has.
no, no one wanted it.
Right.
Because it's jump.
Because it's jump.
One of these spells you gave me for free. Thank you, Gump.
It was identified, so we know it's a ring of jump.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. A ring of jump. Not terribly wanted, but I'll give you 100 for it.
I'll circle back with you on that. I still have to study it.
Okay. So, Cloak of the Manta Ray and 100 gold for this. And you make that swap. For fly.
Yes. Yes. Do you have more scrolls?
Those were the three that I have.
I'll take flight.
Yes. And all your other shit for 15. If I recall. Deal?
Hmm.
Whose hand am I shaking here?
As far as Jared's concerned, they're done. So he already made his.
Oh, Zora's cradling her scroll.
A crab emerges from the toad and shakes his hand. No, I'm not actually doing that.
All right. I'll pleasure doing business with you folks. You got a name? Nope. Don't tell me. I don't want to know. If I'm buying stolen goods, I don't want to know. If you killed people for this shit, I don't want to know. Makes it
This is your
easier when I'm questioned.
You seem interesting.
Uh, yeah, I'm Chorus.
Chorus.
Yeah.
It's nice to not meet you, Chorus. And remember, we blend very well in crowd.
No, you don't. You're 7 foot tall. And that's a crab.
Yes. It's crab.
And that one looks perpetually angry.
A crab should not be something of note in Alnuzat, a port town.
Yeah, this far away from the water, though. Oh,
Have you seen a red
that's
crab
true.
migration?
Sure.
Magical.
Yeah. He's also a magical guy.
Yeah, okay, whatever. We'll just say Fitch turned into the crab in front of him.
Sure. Or in the square in general. So you all are 1,500 gold richer and 5 or 6 magic items lighter.
Hmm.
So now that we have that shopping escapade done, you can come back after you get paid a time or two again and try and buy that frost brand. So what's planned now, folks?
Fitch is going to go to the inn, go to bed, wake up, next morning, find some goddamn bloodhound fur.
Okay.
And a 300 gold diamond.
Do we split the 15 equally?
Jared just threw it in his arm, unless you want to figure out how you're going to carry around 1,500 gold.
He
I need-
reaches behind him and pulls out one bag, hands it over, and then reaches behind him again, pulls out another bag, hands it over. Pulls out a third bag, hands it over.
500 gold per bag. What were you saying, Loki?
Pulled out 3 bags, not 4.
Yep.
Yeah,
500.
500
Yeah,
gold
500 each.
each. 3 gold, 3 bags. 1,500 gold.
There were 4 party members.
There's
Yeah,
1,500
we're not.
gold.
This was
Yeah.
just him distributing it, not.
He keeps
Yeah,
it
it's
in
him just
bags
giving it
of
to Jared.
500.
Whatever. Bloodhound fur, another diamond.
Okay.
Don't want to roleplay this. I hate shopping.
Yeah.
Bess is fine with the gold just being stored in party funds.
Okay.
That's more up to Zoria.
We know how Zori acts. I need my gold on me now.
Oh, she'll leave it at the party fund for now. She is much too distracted by holding a scroll. An actual goddamn scroll of something.
Hey, there was one in the drug house that you missed.
Was there?
Yeah.
Fuck.
What was it?
It was a first or second level spell. I forget off the top of my head.
What I'm hearing is that everywhere we go from now on, we have to stop for 10 minutes so Zoria can cast Detect Magic. Which is why Jarek bought the clock.
That's kind of
Because from
what we
now on,
do
when she
anyway.
does that, he's just going to slap the fucking clock out and hold contact, eye contact with her. I need 10 minutes. Clock.
Okay. So you go back to the inn, and the next day, Fitch gets up bright and early and goes and tracks down a bloodhound and a diamond. So you have some bloodhound fur. The guy looks at you weird, but is like, yeah, here, let me fucking comb him real quick. Alright.
Fitch will tell the dog it's a good boy, give it a good berry, and then kind of awkwardly wave at the owner.
Uh-huh.
Fuck off post
A
haste.
cocaine berry.
No, it's a good berry.
It'd be much more funny if it was a cocaine berry in a bloodhound.
Unless otherwise specified, they are not cocaine berries.
Yeah, anyway, Fitch comes
How
back.
much for the fur?
3.
Yay.
Mm-hmm.
Fitch will come back and brandish the fur in Zoria's direction. The lizard walks in with a clump of dog hair and just Shoves it in her face, essentially.
Blows it at her.
Let's hope she's not allergic.
What's this?
This is what Fitch needed.
Hmm. Can I watch?
If that one is trying to learn secrets, this one doesn't know them either.
If I don't know what I'm doing, my opponent surely won't.
Never let them know your next move, especially because you don't know it yourself.
So what are you doing?
Zora's watching Fitch.
Fitch is doing. Zoria, Vess and Jarek are doing.
Bess is sitting next to Zoria watching Fitch.
Okay.
This is the morning, so I imagine Jarek's still like he told them before. He'd still be
Looks
back
like
there.
early afternoon, right?
Yeah, it's still too light out for him.
Yeah, yeah.
So he's probably just sitting back there at like investigating the clock, wondering what kind of magic this is.
Yeah, I mean, like, Fitch and Zoria won't be up until, like, noon to begin with.
Yeah, yeah.
Fitch got up early for this.
Okay. Um, Fitch and Jarek, I need you to make Constitution saving throws.
For my disease.
For exhaustion,
Nope. Just make your saving throw.
5.
Okay.
Oh, I know what this
Mhm.
is. Yeah.
8.
Okay. Before returning back to the inn last night, I mean, given the propensity of the day and the day previous, the two of you seemed more tired than Jarek and Vess, or Zoria and Vess, and had a point of exhaustion, and now you have 2.
Oh, good grief.
Can I lesser restoration it away? It says something lesser restoration does. I don't think it does levels of exhaustion, but I'm not sure.
I'm sorry,
I know there's
meant to jump on you earlier with the exhaustion, but
well, it's not something lesser restoration does, so I'm not prepared for it. So exhausted.
you can make a medicine check if Fitch is worried about his own condition or if he just thinks he's tired.
He just drinks some more formaldehyde. That makes the bad stuff go away.
So Fitch gets high on his own supply.
Never drink with your own supply.
And Jarek drags himself out of bed eventually.
2 points of exhaustion is rough.
2 points is very rough.
But nobody takes damage from it.
If Fitch has 2 levels of exhaustion, he's just gonna stay in bed.
As opposed to
He's
going
gonna
out.
go shopping.
Oh, okay. And then go
He's
back
gonna
to
go
bed.
shopping, and then go back to bed.
Yeah, Jarek's probably just sitting in his room staring at the clock and being dumb because, oh yeah, that'd fuck him up.
So Fitch and Jarek don't come out of their room. That's in Zoria.
I have a question, Gump. No ill
Sure.
effects for Zoria and
No,
Vess, even though they were drugged.
correct. Different
Eh.
status effect. No permanent brain damage for Zoria. Invest.
That's a first.
Oh, just someday I'll get Zoria with a nice int curse. Just 1 or 2 points down.
Oh God, no.
Not feeble mind.
Just put us up against some mind flares. It'll be fine.
Yeah. No, I think you guys could take on 1,
No.
maybe 2. You kill that mimic so effectively. But Jarek and Jarek and Fitch don't even come out of their room, really.
It's not totally uncommon for
Hmm?
Derek Fitch.
No. For Jarek, no, but Zora will. She won't do nothing. Said she will kind of like nudge This. I'm going to copy spell. Do you want to watch?
Can I drink?
Yes.
Sounds good. Oh, hey, do you want to hit the bookstore up at any point?
Mm. Copying spell is going to take a while. 6 hours, if I'm correct. Because it says so in
That's
book.
That's a while.
Maybe we go to bookstore.
Go bookstore, come back, copy spell.
See if they wake up. Was Fitch crap too hard yesterday? Was he tired?
Mm. Yeah. Oh, maybe some of his good berries went. Feels like that's happened before.
Well, you know what he says. Fitch is doctor.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll let us know if he's sick or anything.
Yes. Let's go.
We
And to the
go
bookstore. There we
to
go.
the bookstore.
Mm.
So you wander off to the bookstore.
Mm-hmm.
And you go in, or you just sit there and watch it from the outside.
I assume we
I
go
could
in.
go in. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, does Zoria do an 11-minute cast of Detect Magic first?
He doesn't. But
Okay.
yeah.
Does not. Okay.
When you say it like that, you make me regret things. Jump.
Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. But you go into
Fuck
this
you.
bookstore, and Zoria, now you actually smell the books with your big old nose.
Sorry, smiles.
You duck your head over underneath the door frame and
Mm-hmm.
enter. And it's just fine height for you, but it's a nice bookstore. Well kept. The windows in the front they let in a lot of light. And there is a half-elven woman at the counter, sitting on a stool, reading a book. She
Can I
looks
see
up
what
and
book she's
glances.
reading?
Make a perception check, yeah. Unless you get really close.
11.
11. It's It's called Mysteries of, and then you can't read the last word because her finger's in the way.
Gotcha.
Is there anything I can help you folks find?
You got any books on homemade wine or how to brew your own you know,
How
fruit?
to make your own alcohol? Yeah, I think we've
Yeah.
got one or two. Let me think. Uh, and you there, miss? Anything in particular?
Oh yes, yes. You have books on magic and historical figures, and I'm looking for specifically seers. And do you have books also on the elven culture? And elven
Here's my
language?
book list. Just anything on this list.
Uh-huh.
Like a scholastic book fair.
Um, I mean, historical figures, of course. Seers, like someone that sees the future. Um,
Yes.
Maybe.
I'm studying divination.
Sure.
They're interesting.
And then Elven culture.
Yes.
From what I understand with my father, there seems to be a lot of it. Anything in particular?
Tell
Oh,
me what you have.
okay. Well, this here little section is like all about elves. And you're like, Reddit, Reddit, Reddit. Oh, this one might be
Yep.
good.
Anything on blade singing?
Make an investigation check.
I like
Um,
those.
and Vess, she takes you down into another aisle and is like, I think these two. And gets down on one of the lower shelves and pulls out two volumes. One of them is to make dwarven ale.
Mm.
And another is to make like a strawberry type wine, like a fruit wine.
How much for the fruit wine?
Um, call it 6 gold.
Done.
Okay, appreciate it. Um, and then are you looking for anything else? Well, your friend there buries her nose.
Big nose.
Um, do you just happen to know who in town would keep things like records of notable families in the area, like nobility, um titles?
You probably want one of the government clerks. Um, if you go to uh the magistrate building, that'd be where all that's kind of kept. I think. Otherwise, it's
Any
kind of like who you know.
yeah, any books on local history?
I mean, yeah, we're a port town. There's a lot. You looking for shipwrecks? You looking for um, hell, anything in particular? Hurricane, weather,
I mean, again, we were
uh,
kind of looking for like a
history, like a local hero.
more of like a who's who, like notable historical figures in, again, like the nobility or sources of government, something like that.
Um,
Like, you know,
Yeah,
families that have
there's a
sigils, that type
couple
of stuff.
there's a couple of biographies. Um, we got those over here. Um, they're not really, I guess they're kind of organized into who who's from around here and who's not.
Bess will browse those books and see if there's anything that would like catch his eye in regards to being like a possible like connection to Castlemere or like nobility of the area or things like that.
Sure. Make an investigation check. Zoria, how did you do with your, what were you doing?
I rolled a 19, so
What,
26.
what are you investigating?
Blade singing.
Blade singing. There is mention of the elven art of it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that it was stolen.
Oopsie. Mm-hmm.
Um, by individuals long ago. Um, and Cord ended up eventually with that knowledge and turned it into a school.
Is it a book on blade singing or is it
It's
just
not
a
a book on
passage?
blade swinging, it's like a passage.
Yeah. Zora will grab that book. And is about the seers, any book there about seers or
Um, there is, it's the one you already have.
shit?
It is a copy.
Okay.
Uh, However, in it is a used book. In it is a note written on one of the pages that you notice, because the book has been, you know, when you open a book, it'll fall to a certain page sometimes,
Yeah. Yeah.
whatever the fuck that's called. Um, there is a mark written in one of the side columns that says, you know, wait for powerful events, must wait for powerful events, or try to align with the planets. And it's like note to self.
Zora makes a note to self.
Lucky's over here putting things together in her head.
There are demons in the stars.
Demons.
Um, yeah, and that's what you find outside of the book that you already have on Seers. Vess, I'm sorry, what were you?
13 on books regarding like anything connected to Castlemere within nobility or local um, families of value.
Okay. Um, it mentions you find Castlemere's name and that when he bought the estate that he has, or earned the estate that he has here in the city, some 17, 20, 25 years ago, somewhere in there. Call it 20 years ago.
Okay, but
Um,
nothing really further that.
it mentions the previous owner, and that it was sold to Castlemere rather than like a hostile takeover. Um, and
Does it
that
say who the previous owner was or like if they're.
it says that it was um, a certain Lord Whitehall, um, which would, and that was Castlemere's father-in-law.
I'll ask the lady.
Hey, Dio.
How much for this book?
That one. Hell, you're the first person that's really come in and looked at it. How about 4 gold?
Anyway, I could get you a 2.
You got any books yourself?
Not on my person.
Give
I'm
a little, take a
traveling.
little. You got any books wherever you're staying?
At the inn?
Lover of Dusk, Electric Boogaloo.
Not Bess's books.
I mean, I could, what, you gotta sweeten the pot a little here. Maybe,
I don't have anything to trade. I mean, if you're not
sure.
willing to go down
No.
to 2, maybe 3 gold then? Everything's haggleable. Come on.
Yeah. All right. We can do 3.
Here, 3 it is.
3. Okay. Okay. Um, and you there, my tall miss? I didn't catch your names.
Zoria looks like a deer on headlights.
Blanks. I do not have a name.
The name is Edris.
Adris? It's a nice name.
Shit.
Shit.
Bess.
Ves? Pleasure to meet you folks. Well, Idris.
And your name?
Uh, I'm called Exa. My mother gave it to me as opposed to my father trying to name me some long, weird elvish name. Not that he didn't teach me a bunch of the language, but
Is not
Cheers
weird.
to that.
It's regal.
yeah.
I'll take this book. And she shows her the blade singing book.
It's not a blade singing book.
Well, it's the culture in general. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, 6 gold?
Zoria pays happily.
Sure. Because Zoria doesn't know what haggling is.
Nope.
Okay. Is that all for you two?
Bess is content and will not look for further books, but will wait and assist Zoria if Zoria wants to look for anything else.
Mm-hmm. Zoria.
So Zoria then remembers, shit, we're here for something.
We're here for a reason.
Should we try and find books on local history, Ves?
Bess holds up a book and taps on it.
Ah, yes. It's also interesting.
Fascinating.
So I guess that's it then.
Yeah, I mean, if you'd like, we can peruse some more. Like, I think at this point, like, Zoria would probably just, like, look through the bookstore for a while,
Yeah.
and then we'd head back when
Mhm.
she's done.
Yeah.
Like, if there's anything that obvious that catches her eye, sure, but
Yeah.
I don't think we'd ask for like specifics anymore.
Zoria, there is a
Mm.
book with a very detailed and intricate cover of a wizard holding a staff and casting some ridiculous spell at a dragon that's moderately far off, and a half naked woman clutched around his leg.
Like a bad 80s van.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
Zora will take the book and look at it.
Okay. Almost immediately, you find blatant magical issues with how everything's being cast. And you're just like, no, this is wrong. They would never do this.
There's no like components. There's
What
no.
is
They're
it?
just like.
Yeah.
Where is focus? There is no focus.
What did they think they are? What is this? This is garbage.
Yeah. That's Zora.
Yeah. And you two leave?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And you head back to the inn to reunite with your party. And we'll pick it up there next time. I hope you all had as much fun as we did tonight. I had fun.
I mean,
I think they had fun.
Nick got to,
I had fun.
or Jarek got to put 1,500 gold into his arm. Yeah, he's golden. Man, that was a win.
It's a good one.
Now he's,
Somebody that
now he's
doesn't give a
exhausted.
shit what you're selling him.
Yeah, Jarek's definitely gonna take advantage of that.
Yeah, I like that guy.
Yeah. Chorus.
Boris.
Um, but yeah. For those of you watching, we will come. Let's see you Monday. Peace.